butchnnellies.
If there's little kids, then sorry, I can sleep or whatever. I do spoken words, so this is my first piece I've ever written. It's called This. And here it goes. Can you guys hear me good?
Yeah.
Alright, cool. Whew. Alright. Where do I begin to tell you this? And let me make it clear now, this is no time to reminisce, no time but now. This is unfortunate, but fuck. How do I say this? You have something to say, so say it. Yeah, okay. Let me just get another cigarette, and as I sit there, taking in that smoky air, I lean back in my swivel chair and I shake my head like, how can you not be aware? I'm trying to avoid everything here, but you keep on telling me it's obvious that something's wrong, saying I don't want to do this for too long. I'm like, okay, just hold on. I'm trying to get to the bottom, and I just don't know how to say this. I exhale, hoping what I tell won't sound like some tall tale. You can't imagine what my mind thinks when my voice wants to speak, because these thoughts are haunting me constantly, but here it is. I'm about to say all of this. Knots in my stomach, hands shaking, word vomit approaching. It's obvious this I can't keep battling, so here it is. The man you call her husband fucking raped me. And while I say this, my eyes shut, my heart is pounding, tears are falling all around me. I open back up, I'll never forget that look on your face. It was something I had never seen. I could tell in that moment she didn't want to believe that someone so close to her had done this to me. And as I'm feeling good, feeling better, relieved, feeling like I can actually breathe, she turns back and says, how could you do this to me? This bitch must be tripping, as if I had done this to them, like I crawled on top and held back every limb, stripping out the only innocence left in him, while you sat there in the next room, knowing nothing, while your husband tried to soften in and make his way around and then around again. And though it may sound grim, Mom, you are not the only victim. Fuck, you don't fall victim at all. There you are, pretending to stand so tall, broken down and stuck by a chain and ball. It's just sad when you know what the truth is, and every day you have to look at the man you love and know that he did this. And I know you must cringe, knowing that you sleep, eat, and dream next to a fucking rapist. And I'd be a liar to say that I'm not pissed, but Mommy, I don't call on this. This calls on me, and it's just a constant reminder of a fucked up memory, a fucked up past. But this came and left me way too fast, so I'm stuck walking around with an invisible cast, exposing the want to heal these deep cuts. And still years later, you ask the wrong questions, like putting the hows before the whats, and the when's before the hows, and the where's before the who's, and the fucking man before you, and that man before me, while you live in this fantasy like this has an after happily, constantly defending, pretending that this isn't happening. Mom, I'm here to tell you that this is what it is. I never wished for this to be like this, but this is the reason I feel everything but happiness. This is the creation of my fucking happy mess. The only reason I feel less before I feel more, and this I can't take anymore. This I cannot write, because it's obviously too late when love is blinded by sight, and it's all cursed by the fucking fear to fight. When you act like I don't have the right to feel the way I do, when all I've been doing is looking out for you. And I'm sorry, Mom, I guess I just don't deal well with rejection, but it's hard just to be left without question. This shit is sending me my own recession, setting me back, so I'm just trying to use my own discretion. I'm not trying to come to you with all this aggression, so I hope when I say this you won't get the wrong impression, because after all, these are just my simple suggestions. And if you don't understand all of it, I just hope you get the gist, because this is fucking killing me. This is who I don't ever want to be. This is controlling it. It's controlling my every being, and all I'm asking is you make it stop, please. So where do I begin to tell you this? And let me make it clear now, this is no time to reminisce, no time but now. This is unfortunate, but fuck. How do I say this?
Oh, nice. Good. Lee, come on.
kind of, I don't know, whatever. If I fuck up, it's because I haven't done it in like a while. But I'll try. Again, I say fuck, so sorry. Okay. Let me tell you about M. She is a cookie cutter version of them. She's got her mama's shape and her papa's eyes, so you can try to read her every movement, body and mind. M is someone with a strong exterior, but given the past, she has trapped fear in her. M has had a bad upbringing, a tough life, so because of this, she's no stranger to the fight. She's easy to love, probably easy to hate, because M is everything but fake. M is easily misunderstood. She's misused, misjudged, and mistook, but M is the realest because M doesn't give a fuck. She doesn't care what he thinks or what she thinks, because when M speaks, those words teach. Her voice has its own rhythm, its own beat. You can tell she has high hopes, high wishes, whether they be good, bad, or indifferent. The way she voices her opinions, you can tell she is persistent. She'll hold them captive through her speech. She'll move, creating movements, and with simple time spent, you'll know that every word is meant. She affects the world through her body parts. She does this only displaying her beauty marks, and to her they don't mean much, but everyone who sees them always feels the mission just a touch. She sees it as a collective collection of specifically placed speckles. These defined spots create the want to play connect the dot, and while you find time to draw these fine lines, you'll notice how they define her, outline her, build a perfect design to her. Taking this further, you notice yourself investigating all there is about her, like the fact that her left breast is bigger than her right, but beneath this properly placed flesh is what cannot be seen by sight, the only thing that keeps her going, her time clock that displays feeling, the obvious reason why one is different than the next. This area reveals the complex subjects that reflect the perplexed parts that we try to dissect about this subject. M is not what society wants, but she feels no need to fall just to fall short with these debutantes. You see, M is not clumsy or ditzy, stupid girl, sissy, daddy bobbing this prissy, the common crowd just fixture the standardized version of pretty. Because in this space where one generally feels and acknowledges the audacity of the scars she wears, screaming no capacity, but with that push, shove, or pull, M doesn't need anyone to feel full, to feel loved, to feel free. M is content in her own happy, her own life, her own needs, her own reason to breathe, her satisfaction, being average and satisfactory, her own knowing and finding her own ever after happily. A person like M cannot be talked about, written about, or explained further. She creates patterns that transform and reform this very platform, being the subject that we speak of, meaning her, and I know she'll thank me for answers afterwards, because after all, M is just me, spelled backwards.
Give it up for Kindra, y'all, give it up! So the ultimate question is, I mean, are you gonna come back?
Am I coming back?
Are you gonna ever come back?
I'll try to remember the other one.
Because I mean, if I don't know where Jen is, but she's usually the only female poet that comes in and just rocks it through the night. So I'm sure if you talk to her, she'd gladly like to invite you back. So give it up for Kindra. You want her back, right? Y'all want to hear her back, right? All right. So man, having a good open mic. We're gonna keep it moving. We got 3 more. You put you on. You gonna come in the last one back there. That was good. So who we got coming up next? This is my man, Mr. Yes, that's you.